Hey, 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 this is Louis D. Fresh bringing it to you on a Thursday evening. I hope you're doing well. As you can see, the sun is starting to set. It's autumn here in South Florida in USA. This will air on Sunday, October 1st. But I'm shooting it today because we've been really stuck in a really wet pattern these days. And so I wanted to shoot it now. I know the sun is good. It could be better, but I think this is about as good as I'm going to get it. So I'm going to take advantage, and I know it's going to be wet in the next few days. So I'm going to take advantage of it, and because I want to share something with you that I got recently, and I wanted to share it because there was well, let me tell you about it. There was a lady named Gilda, and she was from OfferUp. I don't know if you know the app OfferUp, where you can buy items, sometimes used, sometimes this is a little bit better, sometimes used, sometimes new. I'm going over to less glare, and she had these Chinese kind of koi fish bowls, and it's kind of cool because my wife, as you remember back on my archives, the mini pond that I have is I had some Japanese rice fish. Those didn't work out initially, and I'm giving you the backstory because if you look back on my archives, this is because honestly I had driftwood in there, and I thought, oh, I know what I'm doing, blah blah blah. You have to do a little research, more research, and I'm always preaching research. And I found out they're looking for more neutral, more alkaline water. If you look back on my archives, I talk about pH, and that being the case, I don't want to put any driftwood in there, and I wanted to use a little bit more substrate that's a little bit more coarse, so this way the bacteria can kind of stick on it. And that's gonna lead into probably my next video, which is gonna be about substrate, and it's actually gonna be about rocks, because remember I mentioned a late follow-up that I want to do concerning rocks, and now how I'm big on rocks, which I wasn't initially. So anyway, I told you all that to tell you that I was kind of frustrated, and so I used my little mini pond that I've showed you before. That now I'll show you quickly again to refresh your memory and look back on my archives. I'm talking about I put wild guppies in them, and they're doing very well. Initially, honestly, I think I told you guys on my archives they weren't doing well, but like I said, I got rid of the driftwood. It's more neutral, more alkaline, and now they're doing much better. And so I learned my lesson, and so when my wife, now getting back to now, found these Chinese koi fish bowls, that's what they are. I was fascinated. I loved it, and the price was right. And Gilda, she lives maybe about a half-hour drive from me. She said, yeah, they're for sale. And so I picked them up, and I was really excited. So again, this being a fish segment, let's check it out. Of course, the sun is not the best in the world. I was hoping it would be a little bit better, but I take what I can get. I put it here, one of them here, right by my big fish tank, and you'll notice the intricacies of this Chinese fish koi bowl. I'm gonna hopefully I'll spin it around here. I'm sitting down so you can see. You see, it's really quite beautiful. It's quite beautiful. She also gave me these stands. She sold me the stands. I painted them, as I always paint my stands here. I'm gonna paint them probably 4 times a year, probably at least, because of the humidity here. And you see they're really great stands. My wife got these for me, little stone koi. She got these from my birthday, I believe it was, for this particular year. So I put them under here, and I just want to show you because I want to give Gilda lots of credit. These are really beautiful, and it's really nice. Hold on. Here's the other one, but she sold me 2 of them, and they're quite beautiful. They really are. I'm gonna show you around here. You see, they're really beautiful. They're really detailed. And when I show you what's inside there, what I put inside there, you'll see that it's even detailed inside. Again, she had a stand. I painted the stand. You can tell already some cobwebs are getting on there. And you'll see also another koi stone that my wife got me for my birthday. That was in March. And then you see here, my turtles are right here. They're doing well. But I thought I'd paint it just where I paint the stand over here. It is very difficult for me because of my arthritis, but it's worth it because you don't want these things deteriorating and therefore this thing breaking. And this is the mini pond that I was speaking to you about before. You see my wild guppies They're kind of coming up to the surface here. They are doing really, really well now that I took away the driftwood. You can see these are really wild guppies. So these are doing well, thank God, because I got rid of that driftwood. I was hoping for better sun, but I don't want to risk it because, like I said, it's autumn. The earth moves faster. I don't know if it moves faster because it's starting to tilt away from the sun, so it moves faster. So I wanted to catch some of the sun because it hits the bowls nicely. And so I want to show you, and I want to show Gilda, because I promised I would show her what I've done with them. So as now I'm standing, you see here at the stand, and in here we have Japanese rice fish with a sponge filter. And again, I'm using the natural sunlight. I was hoping it'll be a little bit better. But I also put in water hyacinth. Look back on my archives. I have used water hyacinth in the past. I have to be really careful with it because I can't let it take over this fish bowl. But I was worried because it came in the mail and it came in a yellow envelope. And as you can see, the initial leaves were dying off. I had to cut off some leaves. I was worried that it was going to die off on me, but you see the new leaf coming out there. And you may say, why am I doing that? We'll talk about Japanese rice fish in the future because they have long roots. You may be able to see the long roots, or you may not. But these Japanese rice fish, which in this case, these ones are white. There's about 20 in here, about. And I'm hoping that they will reproduce. And that's the reason also for the hornwort and the Rotala indica that's in there. And I'm not going to put any more plants because I don't want to mess up what's going on in here. And I'm going to do my first little cleaning this particular Saturday. But I wanted to show you here the little sponge filter. Notice the details inside these vases here, or these fish bowls. Look at even the intricacies here. I absolutely love it, and that's why I was trying to use the sunlight. I absolutely love it. And I use black substrate. I'm going to talk about rocks, and they're kind of coarse. You see it there? That's about as good a shot as I'm going to get. Coarse, they're kind of biggish, and it's because I want the bacteria to kind of stick. And so that is, like I said, we're going to do a species Sunday. And right now, I really wanted to show this for Gilda because I really wanted to show her how beautiful the her koi mini ponds have turned out. Because I'm really excited. I'm really excited to hopefully by Christmas time, because I'm going to put some heaters right there, and hopefully they're going to reproduce for me by Christmas time, and hopefully I have a nice mess of white Japanese rice fish. And speaking of, before I go into the next one, the Japanese rice fish, I mean, they really are exotic. In my 33 years of life in New York City, I didn't even know what the Japanese rice fish. I never heard of them. And then I saw on YouTube this guy Ryo, and I can't pronounce his last name. I'm going to put his name right here, so y'all can copy it down. He's fantastic. He's probably late teens, early 20s. Speaks English better than I do. He really does. He's out of Japan and Tokyo-ish area. And he's the one that inspired me to get these rice fish. I had to look and look and look. I never saw them in New York. I never saw them here. I did see them once, I think twice max, at Beverly's Fish Center, Pet Center. Look back on my archives, you'll see that I speak about that place. And never, you don't see them. So I had to get them from AquaHuna, or right here, AquaHuna. And they're under miscellaneous and exotic. And they're not expensive. They're probably, I think it was about $24, 24 US dollars for 6. So I got 24. So I said, I know a couple dying, a couple whatever, and I know that's why I get more. And they do really, really well. And so I just want to give a shout out to Gilda for the fish bowls. I want to give out shout out to Ryo W from YouTube, because I had never heard of these Japanese rice fish. And I want to give a shout out to AquaHuna because they come from Japan and they go to the state of Washington over there in AquaHuna, and then they come shipped to me. I'm pretty excited, man. I got Japanese rice fish from Japan. I mean, you can't beat that. You really can't. Hold on. And I'm going to finish my video here with my second bowl. These guys are orange. Notice that these guys are a little bit bigger. These are also called Medaka, M-E-D-A-K-A. I'll write it down below. I hope I remember. Medaka. And this same situation here, I'm trying to get out of the way of the light. of the sun. You'll see here also the water hyacinth. I was scared that this was gonna die out. We had 3 leaves, as you see, but now there's really starting to pop, and I got 2 new leaves coming out. I got to be really careful. You see there's another leaf down here. I don't want it taking over, so I have to definitely be careful of the trimming. The Rotala indica, and which we'll talk about a species Sunday one day. And I already talked about hornwort in my plant species. So here they're again black. I wanted black because I knew I was getting white and orange, and I know it would pop more since I'm only seeing them from up here. There's about 20 also. I can't lie, I know 2 of them did die in here. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you, but they're doing really, really well. This is now 8 full days that I've had them. So that being honest. Here my little sponge filter, and they're doing really, really well. I'm really excited. I'm also going to pop a heater in there. It's going to go from there to there when it starts to get a little chilly, probably at the end of October, beginning of November. And hopefully again these guys will breed for me around Christmas time. So there you have it, Gilda. Your koi mini ponds are doing really, really well, and I'm really excited about it. Thank you, Gilda. And that's all I got. I can't lie, I'm so excited. You know, I really want a Japanese rice fish. Ryo really inspired me from YouTube, and to have a Japanese rice fish here in South Florida, man, that is the cat's meow. I can't lie, I'm so excited. So hopefully we'll have some updates. We'll definitely, hopefully things will work out this time, and we'll have some updates, we'll have some babies, and we'll definitely do a species Sunday. But this one's for Gilda, and this is Louis D. Fresh. I hope you will do well and enjoy your week.